Hello, everybody. Okay, so we know a couple things. We know what homologous chromosomes are. We know diploid and haploid. So now we can actually use this information to determine somebody's health. And we do this quite frequently with something called a karyogram. So karyograms are a photograph of your chromosomes. So what they do is they take nuclei that have your genetic information in them, and they organize your chromosomes by their homologous pairs. And if you remember, chromosomes that are homologous are the same size, more or less the same shape. They have similar banding patterns. Their centromeres are supposed to be located in the same position. Let's pretend that they're there. So they use those characteristics of homologous chromosomes to pair them to find their partner. And you may remember I said this before, but they start with the longest one first, and that happens to be number 1, and they end with the shortest one, 22. Mr. Fleming, there's 23 pairs. There are. So in video 3.2.5, I talked about your sex chromosomes. So there are 2 combinations that you can have here, right? In gender. You can be a male or you can be female. And it's the combination of these chromosomes that determine that. If you're female, you're going to have 2 X chromosomes. So they're a little bit longer, and here you can see them down here. So here is a female. If you're a male, it's a little bit different. You have an X, and then you have a smaller Y chromosome. So male, sometimes we just write the letters XY, and female is XX. The interesting thing about this, I'm going to change colors for a second. I'll do it this way. The interesting thing about this is that if you're a male, your 23rd pair is not homologous because it doesn't fit that definition, right? Not the same size, not the same shape. It also doesn't contain the same genes. Like if you look at this spot and this spot, it's missing from the Y chromosome, where on the X, there's genes there. Here, there's no genetic information. So XY chromosomes are considered non-homologous. However, females, their X chromosomes are homologous. And then we can use this information to determine any kind of genetic disorder, which we'll talk about in 3.2.10.